hour and 10 minutes, if I don't screw up too badly. Let me take a swig, and we're ready.
Oh, not timer yet, no.
Oh, no, not yet.
I'm done.
Okay, are we ready, I guess?
Yeah, man, we're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so I'm on normal mode, so one-hit kills. So Battle Kid 2, it's like an I Wanna Be the Guy inspired game. It's just a precision platformer with like trial and error level mechanics, sort of. I mean, it's not... The levels aren't as cheap as the I Wanna Be the Guy games. There's nothing unexpected, really, that happens in each screen. As long as you're familiar with all the enemies, you can usually kind of deduce what you need to do. But bosses are definitely trial and error. So those eyeball guys are kind of tricky to kill. They're only vulnerable when their eyes open, and they take 4 shots to kill, but you can only have 3 shots on the screen, so you want to make sure your shots land as soon as they open their eyes so you can shoot another shot and kill them in one cycle. But anyways, intro stage is done. It's pretty quick. First boss is really easy. This is Helga, recurring bad guy. One cycle, it sucks. Okay. So I should be at like a minute 2.
About, yeah.
Okay, so that was the intro stage. The first Battle Kid game didn't have an intro stage. But it's kind of neat. I heard that Civac added the intro stage like later on in development, like near the end, which I think is pretty interesting. But here's the Mountain of Torment, the main like Metroidvania style giant map. Something to notice about this game is it has just like rockin' music, by the way. This is a really good track. And it's got great graphics, and it's like impressive that most of this was done by like one guy that designed all the levels, did concept art, and composed all the music. Okay, so I was going for a ridiculous strat there. I won't do it anymore. Okay, just wait there. So any deaths will send me back to the checkpoint, and it's usually like 12 or so screens in between checkpoints. It's a scary room here. I'm just gonna, there we go.
People are saying that Ace is Tank Abbott. That's amazing.
What?
Tank Abbott is this old UFC fighter that's like this with a big beard like from way back in the day. It's just like, that's you. I can see that though.
You gotta do the
Yes, that is Crack Attack on the front right also.
Or is it?
Okay, one more checkpoint section, and then we're at the first boss here. And if someone wants to turn up the volume on the TV, that'd be awesome. It's got too good of music
Yeah, let me get you hooked up here.
Yeah.
Good?
Yep, this works for me.
Oh shit. Dog's trying to take my seat, dude. Hey, buddy.
So there's another quick cycle on the eyeball guy. Last room here, not much you can do, you just gotta delay. So I'll be taking all the save points.
You gotta write down the passwords?
I don't need no passwords yet.
I don't know if anybody does that their first playthrough where they actually write down the passwords. Just to keep it like a retro game.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I was about to stop playing, I would definitely write down the password so I could continue where I was at. So that was the first boss, not too tough. All the bosses have like between 30 and 50 HP. And there's no like invulnerability frames after hitting a boss, so it's all about mashing. And a lot of the weak points are usually in the air, so you have to jump and mash to be able to defeat a lot of the bosses quickly. So we see when I make like a slight mistake, you'll see me like exit the room and come back in, and that like resets the room, so I can like do a better strategy. Because sometimes like if you sit in a room for too long, it just kind of all the enemies kind of desynchronize, and it's hard to time it correctly. You usually want to tackle rooms like immediately, like this one. This is a really scary room. Okay, we're good.
Sit on the window.
What's this one? Oh wow, killed that turret before he shot. That's actually really hard, or really rare at least. I have to delay right here, barely, just to give that a good pattern. So, okay. What's this one? Okay, we went for the fast strat there and we got it. I told myself I wasn't going to do that, but whatever. It felt right. It felt right. So here's where you got to get good at jumping and mashing. Oh man, that's like okay. Yep. Okay, that was all for the caves, the upper caves at least for now. There's a teleporter to the left of that, but I don't actually need to use it yet. So when I backtrack through this area, I'll collect it. So now we have our underwater section, which is just very Mega Man-like, where you just jump higher. It doesn't affect your horizontal movement, but it affects your like jump height and gravity. That's all for the first cave section. Now we're going into the sewers. Also, we get our first item here. Allows you to climb these particular walls. The wall jumping mechanics in this game are really solid, actually. It's really intuitive, and it doesn't get annoying or anything. It's any mistake is your mistake, pretty much. Okay. So there's the sludge, which is kind of like water, except it does reduce your horizontal movement by 50% horizontal speed. So here's a big sludge section introducing these fans, which are pretty annoying on the first playthrough, and there's a couple of fan sections later on that are just really difficult. Oh, did I make it? Oh, okay. Whoa! Okay.
If you go in the fans, you get hit?
Yeah, you die. Just enough space.
So what's the difference between like a normal playthrough and like an unfair playthrough? Is it just
normal and the higher difficulties, the gameplay is actually the same. They just restrict your continues. So normally you have infinite continues. So they are the same game. It just depends on how risky you want to take it. Easy mode is practically a different game since you can take 3 hits.
It's basically unfair.
Yeah. So these slimes, they have 4 HP, and then they collapse and come back up after about 3 seconds, and they revive with 2 HP when they do. Alright, this is a... shit.
That doesn't look like a fun jump at all.
Okay, that's kind of scary. If you get it, like, immediately, it's not too hard, but as soon as you miss it, like, it's hard to time it. Let's hear some slimes. Ooh, okay. On easy mode, you can do stuff like just damage boost through those guys because it takes too long to just sit around. Okay, that was the first section of the... I'm sorry, the second section of the sewers. Going to the last section. They're introducing these polar bear guys. If you're facing them, they shoot you, and it's kind of annoying. They have 5 HP. Okay, that's working pretty well. Some gun turrets here. I think it's safe. Alright. So here's some serious polar bear action. I think these are polar bears. I don't really know.
You look like white rats with guns.
Yeah, they look like rats to me.
Rats? Okay, I guess they could be. All right,
We'll call them polar bears.
Really?
I think polar bears are cooler.
Yeah. I think it's all those Coke commercials. I think they wore shades in those.
Yeah.
Okay. This next fan room is a little bit scary, but I usually don't fail it. So. This room looks scary, but if you just jump, it always works. It's like impossible to fail it. Okay, and that's it for the sewers. So the objective, if you look in the top right corner, you'll see these little like skulls, and each one represents the 6 bosses of the Mountain of Torment, and I have to defeat all 6, of course. Here's the second one.
Can you kill them in any order?
No. Nope.
Oh,
Almost everyone is
those
restricted.
are mice, apparently. Someone in chat said, why didn't you read the manual?
What the fuck is a manual? Get out of here, dude. Okay. Was he expecting to know the name of the enemies too? Yeah.
Not
Not gonna happen. Nope. Alright, so I'm not gonna go back and save. There's only one threatening room, and I hope I don't get hit. So that was I just unlocked the map. There's actually a map in this game, and you can't proceed without grabbing it, so that looks scary, but it works every time, don't worry. So we're gonna grab this teleporter right here. Save a lot of time later on when I need to come back and do some item collections. Awesome Area 02 music. Some Yoku blocks, Mega Man.
You started a new acronym, RTFM. Read the fucking manual. RTFM, more like GTFO.
Yeah, no. I was about to say that. No shit. All right, so we're backtracking through the first part of the caves.
Unless the manual tells me how to speedrun, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah. So if you paid attention when I went through the caves the first time, there was this fork right here, and I couldn't go up because I didn't have the wall climbing ability, but there we go. So a lot of exploration when you first play this game. It's kind of frustrating because it is hard to know where to go. Having a good memory or like writing down places that you normally can't go to, so you can remember it when you get the item and come back. That's probably the only way to do it. Especially like near the end, you have to end up just pretty much exploring the whole like Mountain of Torment again to figure out where the hell to go. It's another screen made very nice on easy mode where you don't even have to do that. Just bust through the guys.
Seems like they kind of took like the cooler, more challenging stuff from Mega Man and implemented it a little bit. Just like with the blocks. And
Yeah, yep. There's inspiration from so many like Nintendo platformers in this. At least all the hard parts of Nintendo platformers. That was actually a really precise jump there. I really get that. What's this room? This room's kind of a pain. Kind of a slow strat there. This room looks scary, but it just works every time.
weird.
Okay, this guy. What's this? Okay. So go right as soon as pickaxe passes underneath my feet. It's another scary room. Shit. Okay. Now those guys have 6 HP. Now this one just works if I just keep running. Stop there. Stop there. That works. So that was the Blue Caves. That wasn't a primary section of the game. This boss doesn't count towards the 6 like guardians or whatever they are at the Mountain of Torment. These are like the main bad guys, and you occasionally have encounters with them. So here's where mashing in the air helps out a lot. Safe there. Don't like that pattern. There we go.
Nice, dude.
Alright, so we're gonna... Yeah. Of course he does. So yeah, that was Ivan, the other antagonist, along with Helga, whom you saw at the beginning. So I fought Ivan and Helga both once. I'll fight them each 2 more times. But defeating Ivan 1 gets me, I think this is key 1 right here? Yeah. I'm not gonna open these key blocks. Forcing you along a fine Metroidvania line, of course. Another safe strategy in this room is kind of... There's some faster ways through it, but this is pretty frustrating. What's that? I shouldn't have even gone back to save, because there's only like 2 or 3 threatening rooms, but I haven't even died yet, so that's kind of neat. But try to keep that up. So, now we're going to go to the Haunted Shrine. We're on our way to the next area. Okay. Oh, you gotta be fast. All these rooms leading up to the Haunted Shrine are pretty tricky. This room is especially scary. Oh, god. Perfect. Very nice. Just go fast. It's no problem. This room, in order to do it correctly, you really have to understand the wall climbing mechanics. There we go. Wow. Alright. Didn't hold left before I did it. That was like... That was the last room or the second to last room? That sucks. There goes a minute.
Did you see the picture of Justin posted?
Here we go.
That hamburger?
No, it didn't.
You put it on Deuce-con, right?
Is that why somebody wrote double cheeseburger?
Probably.
There's no way I'm gonna get this room right again. Good enough.
I didn't want to
Uh-oh.
spoil the 4x4
Uh-oh.
for you, so...
Okay.
The butt counting jump.
This
I know.
Heavy free.
Okay, that was dumb, dude. Yeah, that was the last room. Jeez. It was like a trivial part of it, too. There's no enemies. Just fall and die. What?
Hey, I'm gonna. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I can't tell what's going on, guys. I'm just gonna say yes.
Let's go.
No, it was nothing.
It was just Asa being Asa.
That's kind of an awkward room right there. So is this one. The timing's tighter than it looks. There's a faster way through this. If you just run on those conveyor belts real quick right away, you can make it, but it's really tight. Oh shit.
So how tight are those jumps? Or like when you're dropping through just one square on the screen? Are those pretty lenient, or?
Not really. Not really, actually. It's similar to Mega Man.
Oh, okay.
Timmy, I think is his name.
You just gotta know your jumps, it looks like.
Hmm?
You just gotta know your jump height and things like that.
Yeah, well, okay, so Timmy is 14 pixels wide, just like Mega Man, and
okay.
tiles are 16 pixels wide.
Gotcha.
So it's practically a 1 or 2 frame timing if you want to be able to thread through.
And 2 pixels, that's easy.
Alright, so these 2 rooms are pretty much the worst rooms in the game. You have to, so that was really bad. These guys take 6 hits. And not much you can do on normal mode. You have to just lure the ghosts around to kill this guy.
You can't kill the ghosts.
No. Alright. Oh shit. Okay. Really bad for speedrunning, but in easy mode you just crush through those rooms and not even worry about it.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. That change in pattern.
What's that? Yeah, that looks really scary, but there's a really simple solution to going through those spikes. Just by looking at it, it's really hard to tell what the timing is.
Yeah.
At least in the room with the 5 spikes that you were
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, it's really scary looking. And if you try to, analyze it and time it manually, you can't do it. You just have to, there's just a trick to it, kind of, and it makes it really easy. The second section of the Haunted Shrine, you gotta let these dudes destroy these blocks. It's kind of weird. A couple of these sections are a gimmick with that, like this. Kind of gotta lead his shots around while I dodge this ghost. Oh shit, that was not the way to do it. Okay. This is another really awkward room here. So these guys take 5 hits to kill. I'm gonna leave that guy with 1 HP so I can quickly kill him when I come back. Okay. Okay.
I like that little squeeze in there.
Oh, got the 1 hit. Maybe I can almost. So it's another room that's looks really difficult if you think too hard about it. 1 HP, I think. Yeah. Good, that was the last room. So that would have been bad if I died there. Okay, so the last section of this. Another room that just works if you go fast.
Nice.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can make that. Okay, this is another really crap room. Okay. Okay, and go. Okay, that's it.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, the timing on that's actually really tight. If you brush up against that tiny little ledge, like even briefly, the spikes get you. Okay, so this boss has a strange mechanic where it's kind of like Ikarugo, where they switch colors. But you have to hit the orb to a different color in order to make him vulnerable. Good pattern. Come on. Yes, 2 cycle. That's pretty rare.
Nice.
Thank you. Gonna go back for the checkpoint. There's only like 3 or 4 threatening rooms after this, but so yeah, if you're going for records and stuff, you know, you want to minimize the amount of time spent at checkpoints. So like after a boss, you wouldn't go back to save. So if there's like a threatening part afterwards, hope you don't die because you have to redo the boss. So now we're gonna come out of the other side of the blue cave section. Notice the key 2 block will be coming back. It's a scary part right here. Okay. If I hold right as I fall, you can thread those bullets. If you miss that shot, you can't get out and you have to kill yourself. Okay, now we're going to use our first teleport. We're going to go back to the sewers. Actually, to access the next area, I need to get an item, which is kind of out of the way. The item is called the X-Sludge, which will turn the sludge physics into regular water physics. So to access the next primary area of the game, I gotta pass through sludge. So I have to go out of my way to get this crazy item. More rats. Fuck, they're not rats. Look at that shit. They're totally not right. Get out of here.
Boulders. They look like biker mice from Mars.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll actually give you that. It kind of does. It's kind of an awkward room here.
So does that float mechanic make it easier?
Oh yeah.
As far as like
Yeah, you can.
just regular gameplay? I mean,
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of weird. It's different from other platformers. I mean, it's not really in other platformers, but you have to hold up while you're falling, and you fall at like half the speed. And it's even in effect underneath the sludge. It's hard to kind of tell though because you're already moving really slowly. It's just a really slow, kind of annoying part. And this is... Okay. Those guys are always really scary. Oh shit. Another really scary room was there. So I have to hold up to actually float a little bit to make that. Like, you can't really tell that it's doing much by holding up in the sludge, but it does do. It does reduce your falling speed just a little bit. Okay, so here's the last part to get the X sludge. I have to get it and come back without saving. So it's like, oh shit. It's like maybe, I don't know, 8 rooms forward and 8 rooms backwards. If I can jump at the very top, I can beat this cycle here. Nope. Alright, we're gonna wait next time. This is a really stupid part of the game to die on because it's so slow. There's a waste a good amount of time. I mean, it's not hard, it's just slow. Like, the rooms takes forever to get through them.
Yeah, this game has kind of like a BBBBB feel from it.
In the sense that each room is a single screen. It never scrolls the screen in this game.
I mean, obviously more Mega Man inspired than anything else, but
Yeah, I'd say it's closer to Mega Man than even like, I don't know. I want to be the guy and Mega Man. It's kind of a combination of. So if I hug the left walls into this room and hug the right wall, you just make it. It's like that in a lot of rooms in this game. It's just a matter of remembering which one it is. Okay, so we got the X sludge, obviously. It's just water physics now when I'm in the sludge. And if you paid attention near the sewers area, a fork in the road, that's where I'm gonna go. Just go fast, that works. Okay. That's it for the sludge section. Whoops. Okay. Backtrack out of here, and we're back into area 2. Luckily, backtracking this section is not. Okay, this is the only challenging screen. Is that one? Okay, this one can be, but you can take it slow if you have to. Okay. Safety save. Okay. So I'm going to grab this thing since it's on the way. It's this crystal shard thing called the Erexium crystal shards or something. Before I leave the Mountain of Torment to go to the final area, you have to collect all 7 of the shards. And there's 2 of them that I'll grab like as I'm going through the stages, and then I'll have to come back once I have key 3 to get the rest of them. Okay, so these are a couple of really scary water rooms. That one's not bad. Every other one, though. This one in particular. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Alright. That was great. This room's nothing. Transition room. Easy room. Go up, wait. Okay, this one. Delay your movements just right in order to make it through that room. You can make it through this without having to land on the middle platform, but it's really scary. Okay. And now we're entering the 4th main area of the Mountain of Torment. Really good tunes in this section. This is the underwater base, is the name of the area. A lot of just underwater shit with fans. New enemy. Okay, so this is hard to explain exactly how that works. If you just walk off the ledge while holding up, you die. But if for some reason, if you walk off the ledge and then start holding up right after you fall off the ledge, you gain more distance, allowing you to go through that room quickly. Okay, so that was the first section. Most of these areas before a boss, it's like 3 sections separated by checkpoints, and then the boss. So this is the second section of this area. Go fast, jump. This is an awkward room here. What's this one? This is another really challenging room where the timing has to be just right, or else you get screwed.
Look, this apparently doesn't look like you're wearing pants.
He's not wearing.
Don't tell me what fucking chat's saying. It's only going to be bullshit.
Yeah, we went over this.
Oh yeah, you don't go fast in that. God damn it. Okay, that was the second to last room.
Increases his input speed when he's wearing no pants.
Yeah, shout outs to Fiesel. No pants, anybody? God, you guys.
I got it.
Oh shit.
Don't do it.
Wow. I did like the shortest jump I've ever done in my life, and somehow it worked. There's no way to make it through that in one cycle. You have to wait for the fish. It's just a really scary room I want to make sure I don't die on. This is the last room of the section. Okay. Yeah, on easy mode, you could just like bash through that room without even worrying about it, which is nice. But normally you gotta take it slow. Let's go fast in this room and it works. And what's that one? Okay, this is a weird room as well. Okay. Easy room with fish. What's this one? Okay, just go fast and it works. So again, the slime guys have 4 HP, and then they revive after like 3 seconds, and then they revive with 2 HP. Hold on. Okay, that's actually much tighter than it looks in that room. That was the last room of the underwater base. Okay, so here's the 4th Guardian. The boss is pretty easy compared to the previous bosses, and especially compared to the stage. Just kind of some relief for the player. Bad pattern. The more he does that, the fewer hits he can do. Haven't seen this pattern yet.
Yeah, that was like a straight pull off Mega Man 9, it looked like.
Yeah, it seemed like a Wily type,
Yeah.
Attack. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, and I think our reward is key 2? Yeah, key 2. So I'm going to go back and save, because there is a little bit of backtracking after this. You'll see a fork in the road right after the boss room. Right here, if I go upwards, there's a key 3 block. And I'll need to go back after I get key 3 in order to get an Erexium shard.
Erection shard?
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Now that's all that term means. Thanks.
Yeah. We've given Chad a new weapon.
Oh, Jesus.
They're still talking about how you said they were bullshit, so you're just feeding them.
Nice. Yeah, they stopped paying attention to the run as soon as I opened my mouth.
No, Chad. We love you.
Alright, so now we're going to finally use this teleporter that I've been passing. Next section is the Glacial caverns. Go to portal E, and there's a key 2 block just to the right. So this section is probably my favorite section of the game. It's really cool. Each section is really long, though. There's 3 checkpoint sections before the boss, just like the other areas. But they're like 15 rooms long each. It's also a really awesome music track. So this game came out in 2012, and I heard that, oh shit, that's not how you do it, okay. I heard that he actually composed this track like in 2002.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
And it's like 3 minutes long, it's the longest song in the game. Does this work? Okay. So yeah, it introduces these Yeti enemies. There we go, that's how you do that. And
Those look like polar bears.
Polar bear mages.
Those are fucking mice.
They look the fucking same. Oh, and we have the spike blocks from Battle Kid 1 returning. Okay. And then, of course, the 2-way spike blocks, which weren't in the first game.
So these like Hadoukening ice cubes?
Yeah, those Yeti have 8 HP. They take forever to kill, and the ice cubes block your shots. Okay, so this is a really tricky room, actually. Like, even casually, it's way harder than it looks. Like, just that first jump is really tight.
Can we get a quick roll call from everybody? People are...
I'm Einberg.
I'm a Duckfist.
Crack attack.
No. Pizza.
Crispy?
Oh, shit. Okay, really scary room there. Oh, wow, I jumped.
That was
Please.
scary.
I heard your input.
Yeah, that was like 3 rooms from the end. Like I said, these are really long sections.
Ice physics.
Yeah, the ice physics, it's similar to Mega Man. It has actually it's different from most games. Like, it's subtly different, but like Mega Man, you can jump to stop yourself whenever you need to.
Like, it looks like you got pretty clean like ground movement across the board, so doesn't look like it hinders you too much.
Yeah, it's only if you like stop. If you stop while on the ground. Shit! Oh my god, dude. I've actually practiced the Glacial Caverns quite a bit. So.
That room just looks bullshit, man.
It's not that bad. I just suck. You can shoot fast. You can prevent that last shot, and you can cross this a little faster. But it's pretty tough. This doesn't seem to work very often. Yeah, this room is bullshit. Yeah. Dude, I was like a frame too early. God damn it. Okay, I gotta focus here. Alright, we're on a roll now. It's like if you die once, you know, you've lost that, like, that rhythm for, like, the next few minutes. It's okay. This is a really fun stage, and the music's awesome, so I don't mind. Oh, so, okay. See, I'm never ready to kill that guy before he shoots. Alright, now back to the fucking pickaxe room. Wait, go. See? Ain't hard. 2 more rooms. Fuck. I'm sorry, there's 2 more rooms now. Really
Edge, man.
totally scary.
Just puts one foot on one block and then a foot on the other.
Yeah, just like Mega Man, you just need your big toe on the block, and then that's all you need. Finally! Okay. 3rd section of the Glacial Caverns coming up. And appropriately, it's the hardest section, so...
Oh, that's a fucking mean room.
This whole game is bullshit.
I'm assuming that block can travel to the left as well.
Yes, the block shaped like that. These ones are horizontal only.
Okay.
You'll see me delay in order to begin the movement before I proceed to the next area. Just, you know, as I go through that room, it just speeds it up a little bit, so you have to wait for the blocks. This is kind of a tricky room, especially the first time through. The direction the Yeti is facing influences exactly how far his blocks travel. So when you cross like to the right side of him, the blocks move differently, and if you're not aware of that, you'll usually die. Okay, that's it. So now we have Icy Pinguino here, or whatever. I don't know. He had a simple name. I always forget what it is though. But it's kind of first time through. This is a really tough boss. This is like the hardest boss up until this point in the game. Good pattern with icicles. Yeah, dude.
Show penguin slides, where are they?
Nice. He didn't do anything. I just destroyed him. So.
Kill him.
Which is cool because I die on that fight on like every run and every PB at least once. Pretty sure on my PB I died twice. And I got the double jump now. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because there's this little puzzle here to get an erection shard, or whatever. All right, I gotta concentrate. It's a Simon mini game. I'm really bad at it, by the way. I'm probably gonna die. Okay. Just that last pattern of 6.
Is always the same,
Rough.
or
Nope, it's different every time. And you know, some of them are easy. Like if it does the same one like 3 times in a row, it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
What's up, PJ?
But it's also got
PJ
like,
in here.
what's up, PJ? Did I saved right? This is the only threatening room though. And
7 erection shards.
oh my god. What have we fucking started? Who brought that up? Jeez.
No names.
Okay, I could have guessed that. So, a little backtracking here. Now we have double jump. These rooms proceed a little faster. I think I got it. There we go. So, to the right, I'll be going back in that direction once I get key 3. So now the objective is to go to the double jump accessible area, which is at teleporter D. Back to the B teleporter. And D upper base. And go to the left. Okay, those are the only threatening rooms before Power Station. Also, really good music in this area, but a little different. Like, it drops a boss right on you right away. This is Helga, round 2, and she's way harder than the first fight in the intro of the game. Just recurring badass, like, electricity bitch. She's just crazy, like, fast, and they're really good boss fights. Bad pattern. So a lot of, like, the boss pattern reactions in this are, you just have to watch their sprite really carefully, like, in between patterns to tell what they're gonna do. Like, if she raises her arm, I gotta be ready to jump across the shots. I think it's like that. Okay, almost dead. That should do
like
it.
man
There
on
we go.
crack.
Yeah, and her round 3 is even crazier.
Nice job.
Thanks. That's also a really hard fight the first time you play the game. It takes a while to do it, or at least for me.
Yeah, all nice. Smell a new blind race, sir.
Oh, good luck.
What, DK2?
Oops, trying to go for the fast strat there. I did save, right? Yeah. So yeah, I love this music. This is like my second favorite like track and area of the game. Really fun section to play through.
I'll be there.
Harold.
Jeez, he's on it.
Come on, y'all.
2, go. Little fast. Okay, this brings back to the UFOs from the first game where they just spawn repeatedly. All right, and we have quick man beams. I think that made it. Naturally, you just gotta go fast to make it through these, and it's no problem. This area is actually, I'd say it's pretty easy. It's much easier than the last 2 areas. The underwater base and glacial caverns. It's not too bad. You can make that in one cycle there pretty fast. Okay, this next room is actually really tricky, especially on the first playthrough. I gotta be holding A so I don't accidentally grab this wall as I'm dropping down. Okay, there we go. That is a really frustrating room when you first play it. Okay, that was close. Little key 3 blocks to tease you, so you've got to backtrack to this area later on.
I'm gonna come there and donuts. From Round Rock Donuts. Some of the best donuts you've probably ever had. And how's it going?
Okay, and that finishes section 2 of 3 of Power Station. Last one's not too bad.
Wait a minute, isn't that the kid from I Want to Be Or
Kinda.
is it the same model?
It's like inspired by him, I guess, but he's Timmy, not Guy. I think his name is Timmy at least. More quick man beams, and if you notice that key 3 block, gotta come back for that. That's a hard one for people to remember. These are some really picky rooms. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. I think that's the first time I've ever died in that room. That might be like the first time I've ever died in this like section, because it's normally a really easy section. That sucks.
Oh, we got Mr. Cab in here too. He says he grew facial hair.
I knew people were giving me shit about that. Come on, man.
Yeah, you just
I
have to
could
put up
literally
with
see
it.
it growing on Duckfist last night. Ring out.
This is getting manlier by the minute.
Yeah.
He didn't have it yesterday. He just happened to have it today.
Alright, let's not do stupid shit. Okay, there we go. Last room, just go fast, and it just works. There's Power Station. That was what, 12 deaths so far. That's great. Okay, so this is another really annoying boss in the first playthrough because the fight takes so long. So if you die near the end, like you have to sit through all this bullshit again. But it's kind of a neat fight. You fight these clones here.
Kind of like the Mega Man 10, I think it is, for the refights.
Yeah, that's right. The weapon
It looks
archive
like, yeah.
kind of does. So, and the clones gain power as you the longer you fight. So now I have the floating power up.
Squarewave is here today. He's practicing his game right now.
Yeah, we got Ghosts and Goblins coming up after this. So this one's really frustrating. They jump as soon as they land on the ground. That was the last hard pattern, and then the rest of the fight was trivial. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
So as you can see, that wasted like a minute because this boss fight just takes forever. This is a really frustrating fight on the first time you play it. People in the blind race, like, we're taking 30 minutes to an hour to beat this battle.
So apparently you're very good at video games, Focus.
Great. Thanks. That's what I like to hear. Although I could argue with you. Whoops, what am I doing?
How many people quit the blind race at this fight?
Actually, a lot of people quit the blind race.
No, the real question is how much times did Bad Rage rage?
That's pretty much like 7 hours straight. Like,
Oh, so he's raging for 7 hours.
yeah. All right. I can't commentate during this. I just have to focus. It's a fucking stupid fight to like screw up on. Fuck, man. Okay. Finally. Now the rest barely matters. These are very easily manipulated. Alright, last one.
Mountain Dew for you.
Huh?
Okay. Alright, now we fight the Mega form. Or Ultra form.
You're playing,
I'm gonna take this safely. It's really stupid to die on this part, so.
Holy shit, this is I want to be the guy right now.
That should do it. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't think you want to know what chat's saying right now. I don't think you want to know what chat's saying right now.
Well, don't even tell me. Fuck.
Now you want to know what chat's saying.
I will tell you afterwards.
Don't. Fuck, man. I mean, if nobody likes my shit, I can just like stop playing. But luckily, Deuce-con's about just chilling and having a good time with video games and friends, not some just artificial drama bullshit. So, yeah. Alright, so we have all 6 Guardians defeated, and now we gotta do some backtracking. We're gonna start with the power station, where that key 3 block was. Just gotta redo the second half of section 2 and the first part of section 3. And then another little, oh shit. Gotta go fast. Okay.
Yes, I can help you.
Okay, we'll save here, and then it's only like 3 screens in. And you get to hear this badass music again.
I love pulling the fur back, just exposing your eyeballs or something.
Okay. Little puzzle here.
Oh, that's terrible.
You have to stand on the spots that correspond to the zeros in the little the string on the top of the screen there. So I just pick a spot. I just pick a spot near the middle, and watch and see if I need to adjust my position. So sometimes there'll be a single 0. It's not completely random. I think it's coded such that sometimes it's all 1s and a single 0.
That is a very interesting concept.
so now we've got the 3 shards. Okay. And we actually need to go to the end of the Haunted Shrine, but it's way easier to go back and take a teleporter than it is to just go through the whole Haunted Shrine again. Okay. So, we're going back the way that we exited the Haunted Shrine. Shit. Okay, that's really scary to do it like that. So we're coming up like in the Haunted Shrine to get the next like puzzle to get the shard is this crazy letter decoding puzzle where each letter represents number 1 through 26, and you have to do some quick mental math to be able to tell which door to go in. And if you pick the wrong door, you die. Essentially, like. When you start it, it'll give you a last letter, and then you have to. Oh, fuck it. Let me just concentrate this in my head. Okay, W, X, Y, Z. W is 23, and O is 15, is 18, is 28. Wait, did I get that right? I think it's D. Nope. I completely messed that math up. Alright, let's do it.
Math problem.
Yeah, I always like to say I have a math degree, but I can't fucking count or add, so there we go. Alright, so O is 15, right? C is 3, it's 18, so that's 18, 18 is 36, 6, 4 is 10 is J. 10, 18 is 28, is 2 is B. 2 and E is E, F, G. 7 and 24 is 31, is 5 is E. 14 is N. 14 and 21 is 25, is 35, is 9 is I. 9 and 13 is 22, is V. There we go. That's how you solve it.
That must be really
How did you figure that out the first time?
There's a little hint, but it's bullshit. It doesn't really tell you what to do. So I just sat there, like, bitching about the puzzle for like 30 minutes and finally just
So
figured.
it's fun in the blinders.
No, everybody was just like miserable doing that shit. But obviously, if you're doing like a speed run, I just look up a table because there's only 26 solutions.
That makes sense.
Unless you just can memorize it, then it's one way as well. Okay, didn't die in the backtrack. So far, at least. We have our four crystals. Gotta get 3 more. Let's see. The next one's in the sewers. If you remember, as soon as I entered the sewers, like on the first screen, there was a sludge section near the bottom that I just skipped over. And not only do I have the X sludge now, but I also have key 3. There's a key 3 block that I can pass through. And this, so these sections to collect the crystal, they have the gimmick of like 6 or 7 screens, grab the crystal, and then you have to backtrack through them without a save point. So here I hold up as I fall, and then it's the perfect timing doing that. These are really frustrating rooms, by the way, especially the first time through. Okay, that's the hardest. One of the hardest screens in the game, actually, is doing that fan section backwards. Timing is pressed right as soon as he touches the right edge, and then you make it every time. There we go. That's the 5th one, and number 6 is back in the underwater base in that section I told you right after the boss room. And I chose to go in this order because the underwater base is relatively close to this position. And it's not even worth using a teleporter. But we have some new strats now that you have double jump and float in this section.
They're
Alright. A little bit of cave backtracking again. Whoops! I saved, right? Yeah, I just saved. Fucking stupid. I think this is still better than that crapper D-Rust run I did a couple of days ago. This screen is really frustrating to do backwards. It's really tight to land those four shots on that guy. Okay, back in the underwater base. And just like the previous run, it's like 6 or 7 screens, grab the crystal, and then backtrack through them. And this is one of the harder sections of the game. So I'm going to go past the boss room, hit the save point so I don't screw it up too much. It sucks, that save point wastes a huge amount of time though. Alright, so here we go. Alright, it's all about this room right here. On the way back, at least. Gotta go fast here. Alright. No! Let go of the jump button like slightly too early. It's alright, we can hear the music some more. I'm okay with that. Okay, there we go. And now we backtrack. And each room is like significantly harder backtracking through it.
Oh god, those are great.
iPad autocorrect.
Alright, this screen.
Bugs.
Okay.
Thing just flies.
There's a slightly faster way through that, but it's scary enough as it is. Okay, we got
Mine
it.
changed if we get rid of my mess.
doing a mod square.
No,
I'll do it.
don't do it.
Too much push. Hey, neither of us are mods. Neither of us are mods.
I would never bring a mod to any channel.
You're a mod.
Instead of modding me, you could just like ban me.
I was
That's cool.
too.
Unwillingly.
Lobo's purged all of his mods except for Tom.
We were just streaming the new streaming, so it's alright. I would be useless as a mod anyways.
I think everyone streams and Lobo streams because he always streams.
There's that too.
Robo streams? Shit.
On my iPad.
He's streaming FTL.
Just the fuck. Just sit there.
That's it for all the challenging sections of the Mount of Torment. There's still one more shard to get, but it's pretty free. That's one of 2 threatening rooms. And the last shard is right above your ship near the entrance. Just right here. So this is a climbable wall. It's not too obvious when you first play it, but the game, when you explore, you end up discovering that you can climb walls like that. Okay. Now we have all 7. That means we can go and enter this room here. If you enter this room without all 7 shards, it's like a different ending. It's basically just game over. Alright. Classic Metroid style, like, gold statue.
I like the wall.
Okay, there's the cutscene. So you needed all the crystals to like power up and destroy this like reactor thing or something. And there's actually like a third ending. If you get to this room with 0 shards, there's different dialogue and stuff, which is not very typical because the game gives you that one like freebie shard near the beginning.
Shove and jump over it.
Most players will grab it.
Green bastard.
Something about a plot. Ivan and Helga gotta stop the foreigners, it sounds like. Alright, so that's it. We gotta go back to our ship. That's one screen to the left, Get the center. Should be good.
Pop.
Nice. So that was the Mountain of Torment part, and in the Mega Man style, you get to go to this final section of the game where it kind of recaps all of the enemies and puzzles that you had to do.
How is this made by Capcom?
No, this is an independent
Oh, okay, nice.
independent game. It's almost entirely made by one guy who did like the majority of the
Which I
work.
like to run. So you're cool.
When did this game come out?
2012, I think.
Even though it's an 8-bit.
So yeah, one guy did all the programming, all of the level design, every single level, and all of the music composition.
I forgot about that.
Which is pretty amazing. So here's Ivan round 2. He's pretty easy. Just good air mashing, like a lot of the bosses. Makes it much easier.
Ruby said we was waiting for special music. And then Full Metal said SMJ, SMJ.
Oh shit. He had like 2 HP left. That sucks. Like if my air mashing was better, I would kill him before he even does the second laser.
Can't like stand on his gun.
No, sadly not. I think I'm dead.
You're fine.
Okay, so what's kind of cool, so we're going into the main section of the Battleship here. And what's kind of cool is the music that played up until now was just the intro to the music, and now there's like this second part of the track. And there's this unskippable cutscene, and I'm pretty sure he did it like this so that the cutscene ends just as like the badass part of the song starts. You can totally tell it was planned. And that's a really cool song. So, up until the end of the game, there's like 2 main areas that I have to go through. This first one is separated into 3 sections, and then the last one, I'll lose all of my power-ups and have to regain them. So let's get to the first section first. And it's not really unfair, it's just generally pretty high difficulty here, but nothing crazy. There's been harder stuff before this. Alright, shoot 3 shots because of these UFOs. There we go. This is a really annoying screen.
Yeah, I know.
They look like rats or walkers.
Oh god, dude. Okay. This next room is so scary. Okay. I don't know why that jump is so tough. Alright, so that was the first checkpoint part out of 3. For the first area of the final part of the game. It's another room very much trivialized on easy mode. So again, I'm playing on normal mode, which is different from easy in that you die in 1 hit instead of 3 hits. This is a scary room here. Alright, some more of these Spectre dudes to destroy these blocks for you. Luckily, these 2 puzzles are pretty easy, but there's one more in the very final section that's really tough. Okay, last save point section before I lose all my items. Wow, okay. I think I was actually too fast. I did that jump like too good. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just shot my bullets too early, that's what it was. So... save point, takes all your items.
Fell for it.
Come on, you saw it coming. The same thing happened in the first game. So now we have nothing, and the way this last area works, you just have to do like one small section to get each of the items back. And just like collecting the last shards, the gimmick is to be able to do it, grab the item, and then backtrack through the screens. So the feather is the first item you get. What's always cool about the item recollections is they give you the items in slightly different order than when you first got them. So I'll get the feather first instead of the wall jump first. There's a way to do this room slightly faster, but it's really risky.
Will the UFOs spawn up your own phone?
Oh yeah. Okay, we're through. Okay, this next part, this is probably, the hardest section in the game, but not because of that. I was just bad there. Okay. So it's just a really high concentration of very tough rooms. So instead of backtracking after grabbing the item, you grab the item halfway through the section and then have to do a few more screens. And unlike double jump, it is now triple jump. Oh god! That's the hardest screen, one of the hardest screens in the game. Just there's no easy way to do it. Yeah, we were supposed to never speak of that again. That's right.
Dude,
I remember me being threatened.
You're good, Dustin. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just gotta focus. I'm just shitty about focus.
Taking him out of his zone there.
This run is fucking bad. I'm sorry. Okay, we made it. Ugh, that room was such a pain. Okay, now we got some sludge. Gotta get the X sludge and the wall jump next. So naturally that makes this pretty much the longest part of the final area here. It's so slow with the sludge. And what's unique is actually I have to fight a boss before getting the X sludge. And, God damn it. Okay. That's a scary room. The next room is also really... it's just annoying. It's not too hard, it just takes forever to do because of these fucking polar bear mice. Polar bear mice. Oh, yeah, they don't fucking tell you how to do this one in the manual, do they? Alright. So also, this is a pretty scary room like the first time. It's not obvious how to do it. And that was a huge death. That was one screen before the end, so that wasted a good like minute and a half. That's great.
You're fine, you're fine.
So what happens when you play Battle Kid 2? You die. It's not an easy game.
Well, with the name Torment, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
It's pretty
expect?
accurate. Yeah.
Well,
All right. Fuck. Slightly early. Yeah, this is actually worse than my D-Rust run, somehow. That's great. This would be like a 18, 120.
make it interesting.
Yeah, that's the Deuce-con model. Make it interesting.
Interesting means just fucking bad. The parts I'm dying on are not actually hard. It's kind of depressing. Okay. Still only like 3 screens left. Come on, let's screw it up again.
Fucking bullet drippers.
What the fuck, dude? I keep thinking I have an extra jump and I don't. I clearly don't. It's only 2 jumps. Just hold the A button slightly longer and it works. I did the same thing like last time. How do you do this? So yeah, one thing about this game is it's just really long as well. You have to have some good endurance because there's pretty much no downtime. Just like an hour and a half straight of platforming wears you out. But I'm not also making excuses. I am just bad, so. I just really want to destroy the top one first, but okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Just smash that Backtracking now with controller.
That's the way those games.
Yeah.
There's always time to
Just trying to relax, man. It's like my off
There you go.
So stupid. That was it. It's like right at the end every time. That's how it works. So on my PB, I died 5 times. But they were all like almost immediately after a checkpoint. So this is unique in that you have to fight a boss with the sludge active. Bad patterns. Oh my god. You really want him to appear in the middle, and then you can just kind of mash. But he hasn't done it yet. Okay. And of course you have to destroy both of these things to win the fight. Stop spawning over there. It's like such a bad pattern. And he keeps doing this. Worse patterns. Oh my goodness. Finally, jeez. Okay. Do it again. Finally, we have to get that X sludge and get out of this septic tank. That gives you both the X Sledge and the wall jump. So we have all of our items acquired.
Yeah, there's...
But hey, we got a backtrack, so have fun. This, even the polar bear part, is also tough. There we go. Okay. The rest of it's pretty easy, so. Oh, shit. This is such a long section. Okay, there we go.
You got through that?
Alright, literally the final section here, so no more save points until the final bosses.
Want me to get ready on the split?
No, we have like 5
You want to
minutes.
get more?
Okay, I did the risky strat there. So, remember how I said that there was a hard part with the Spectre coming up? This is the... you have to do the timings just right here, or else it's... Okay, we should be good. There we go. Okay, that's all the enemies of the game. Some beam sections, and then move on to the final bosses.
Mario Bros. 3 buttons.
Yeah, kinda. It looks kind of like it. What's this one? Oh yeah. Oh god, I'm dead.
The fire stick.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yep, there's no room for even the slightest bit of error. I mean, that's such a hard strat. Why am I getting that and missing just the trivial bullshit? Okay. Okay, that's it. Alright, that's all the platforming. We got Helga round 3, and then Ivan round 3. I guess there's a little bit more platforming. So, Helga round 3 is just an extension of round 2. Everything is like, adds another step to it. Except this pattern. That pattern's identical. The more she does that pattern, the better. This is the best pattern. You just mash in her face. That's also a really good one when she does that. This is the worst. I should have double jumped. I should double jump and then wait and see if there's a gap and then triple jump through that.
He jumped when he meant to jump.
Yeah, pretty much. God, stop with these shit patterns. I want him to jump. I want her to jump more and not do that one.
Holy shit, dude.
Glaublich.
Lovely.
Comrade Avon.
So yeah, coming up is the final boss, Ivan. And then there's an escape sequence after it. So I'll tell you when to do it. You've got like 3 minutes. This is a really cool final boss. I love this fight. It's really cool. It's really hard the first time. It almost feels impossible the first time because the timings are so fast, but once you get the cues down, it's not too bad. So I have to destroy these 2 barriers that take 6 shots. To be able to do it in one jump is kind of hard. And then the middle becomes vulnerable. And this basically 4 different patterns, and I have to let it go through 6 cycles before it. This is the best pattern right there.
Oh, Jesus!
Should do it.
Nice.
No,
Not yet.
I'll let you know. We got like about a minute, so. Yeah, really cool boss fight. Awesome final boss music as well. I like that final boss fight way more than the first game. It's more difficult, but it goes by much faster. Like,
What happened to that guy's face?
What you did?
think of like the Hitler exploding face in Bionic Commando. Like,
Oh, this reminds me of the escape music from fucking Harry.
luckily, this escape section is really easy. Because normally, like, you'll have fought that boss like 50 times, and then you finally beat him, and oh god, I have to escape. They made it pretty easy so that it doesn't, everybody I know has done it the first try.
So they were dicks for an hour and 20 minutes, and
Yeah, there's no enemies or anything. It's
Oh,
just,
nice.
just this cheap section here. If you screw up these jumps, is the only way to lose.
you die if you touch it.
No, you just lose time. If the timer runs out, you die. But we'll be able to see how well I did if I get under or over 40 seconds on the timer remaining at the end. Shit, that probably costed it right there. Wow, I can't believe I got those full triple jumps each time. Normally you land on those blocks, but if your jumps are perfect, you can pass the blocks. Wow, that's a good time. Alright, you ready? Done.
And
Time.
122.28.
That was impressive that you just finished the game, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, Chad loved it.
That was rough. Sorry that I died so much and
You did
got
good, you did
salty
good.
after dying like 4 times, like in the very last screen in so many places. Like,
Well, if there's anybody else playing in this room,
nonetheless.
if there's anybody else playing in this room, we'd be 10 hours.
well, yeah, it's a rough line to run, that's for sure.
It's just a hard game.
Like most people would finish it between like 300 and 600 deaths on the first try, first run. But I mean, it's not like crazy like Bashi or something where it takes like days to figure out a single boss pattern or something. It's fair enough to be a reasonable game, I guess. If you don't like precision platformers, though, it's probably not for you. But if you like Mega Man or Metroid or stuff like that, this game is definitely something to check out.
So where can you? I know you have the CIV of this game. Where can you get that?
Well, I don't know. Just search. The only place that sells a copy of this, I think it's Retro USB. Seems like they have like a contract with Savak.
Now, do you have to have the
Battle Kid 2.
NES 10 chip removed to play?
Sorry.
Do you have to have the
You don't. It
It's
doesn't
just an
play
NES.
on a regular.
Yeah, it's just an
Oh,
NES
okay.
card. There's
mine's
nothing
not-
special
has
about it.
No
So.
modifications or chip enhancements or no.
So cool little package that it comes in. I mean, it's manual
DRM.
and really cool looking card. Also, what the hell is this? Oh, like an art book with some development shit. It's pretty cool.
time a little bit?
Also, I recommend Savak did a let's plays of this game and the first game on YouTube where he commentates and talks about the development and early phases of levels and stuff like that, and it's really good. So if you like the game, check out his runs and maybe buy the games. They're fucking good. So yeah, look, every hard part about development, Savak, like crazy, like all over the place guy. I don't know how he manages to make such each